In the heart of Silver Pines condominiums, where glass towers gleamed under the Florida sun, Nathan Hayes thought he'd found peace. His corner penthouse, bought after years of grinding as a crisis negotiator for the FBI, was his refuge. At 38, Nathan, known to his team as Viper, craved quiet weekends with his old college buddies gruff Mason Reed, analytical Colin Gwynn, steady Zane Parker, and quick-witted Finn Torres. They'd gather on his balcony, sipping whiskey, grilling steaks, and swapping stories to shake off the weight of their high-stakes jobs. But on one fateful Saturday, a single phone call from a nosy neighbor turned their laid-back barbecue into a scandal that would cost the condo board a fortune and expose a web of deception that nobody saw coming. Silver Pines was a sleek community where every palm tree was manicured, and the condo board wielded power like a small government. Nathan's gatherings were low-key: 5 guys, a portable grill, and music barely louder than a whisper. That morning, Mason was joking about his latest failed attempt at golf. Cole was arranging plates with the precision of a bomb tech. Zane was mixing drinks like he was defusing a tense standoff, and Finn was sprawled in a chair, already planning his next prank. Their duffel bags, stuffed with gym clothes and work gear, sat by the balcony railing, normal for guys who lived out of their trucks. But across the courtyard, Gloria Vance, the condo board president, was watching through tinted sunglasses, her phone already in hand. Gloria, 55, had ruled Silver Pines for 2 years with an obsession for control. She'd moved there after a messy divorce, claiming it was her new chapter, but her real passion was policing her neighbors. Nathan had clashed with her twice before, once over a too loud laugh during a poker night, another over a suspicious delivery of his work equipment. To Gloria, Nathan's group looked like trouble: 5 athletic men, moving with what she called calculated intent, their bags clearly hiding something dangerous. Her imagination spun a tale of crime, maybe even a drug ring. Instead of knocking on Nathan's door, she called 911 at 11:07 a.m., her voice sharp with conviction. "I'm reporting a criminal operation at 2301 Skyview Lane," she told the dispatcher. 5 men, military types, with suspicious bags and coordinated behavior. "They're planning something illegal. You've seen them casing the building for weeks." The dispatcher escalated the call as a potential organized crime threat. 3 police SUVs, 6 officers, and a tactical unit rolled out, sirens cutting through the humid air. Sheriff Carlo Ortiz, who'd trained with Nathan years ago, saw the address and felt a knot in her stomach. She'd been to his penthouse for a retirement party and knew his crew wasn't plotting anything more sinister than overcooking steaks. But protocol was ironclad. She had to respond. "Stay sharp but calm," she radioed her team, heading to the scene herself. At the penthouse, Nathan was mid-story when Finn's head snapped up. "Sirens," he said, standing. The team's casual vibe shifted. Years of training made them alert, even in board shorts. Cole scanned the courtyard, spotting Gloria's silhouette behind her blinds. "That's the board lady," he muttered. Nathan waved it off, thinking it was a routine call nearby. But when 3 SUVs roared into the parking lot, lights flashing, his gut tightened. 6 officers spilled out, hands on holsters, fanning across the entrance. Nathan set his drink down, his team falling into sync without a word. "Morning, officers," Nathan called as a young cop. Officer Lopez approached, his voice tight. "We got a report of suspicious activity, possible criminal operation. Mind identifying yourselves?" Nathan kept his hands visible. "Happy to clear this up," he said, nodding to his team. On his count, they pulled out their FBI credentials, badges gleaming. Lopez's eyes widened, and the other officers froze, their tactical stance melting into awkward respect. Carla arrived, shaking her head. "Viper Hayes, you owe me a coffee for this," she said, grinning. She explained Gloria's call, and Nathan glanced at her condo, where she stood, phone in hand, watching her criminals laugh with the sheriff. Carla's amusement faded as she tallied the cost: $900 for the response, pulled from other patrols. Nathan's jaw clenched. "I want the call records, everything," he said. His team sprang into action. Zane filed a public records request, uncovering Gloria's 8 false 911 calls over 15 months, costing the condo board $10,000 in fees and fines. Finn dug into her past, finding she'd been ousted from a previous condo board in Miami for similar stunts, false reports, and harassment. But the real bombshell came from Mrs. Patel, a retired CPA next door. Gloria's not an owner, she told Cole. She's renting from Pinnacle Properties, the real owners in New York. Gloria's board position was a fraud. She had no legal authority. The worst discovery hit hard. 6 months ago, Gloria's false report of a burglary at a neighbor's party had diverted a fire truck, delaying response to a kitchen fire 3 blocks away. A young mother, Elena Ruiz, suffered severe burns, her recovery marred by the delay. Nathan's team was livid. This wasn't just meddling, it was reckless endangerment. Gloria had also been snooping on Nathan, asking neighbors about his job and visitors, painting him as a threat. A week later, Gloria called an emergency board meeting, accusing Nathan of using his FBI status to bully her. The community room was packed, 50 residents buzzing with tension. Gloria stood, voice quaking with feigned outrage, demanding Nathan's eviction for threatening community safety. Nathan rose, holding a stack of documents. "Let's talk facts," he said, his voice steady but razor-sharp. He read Gloria's 911 call, listed her false reports, and revealed her renter status. Gasps rippled through the crowd as he described the fire truck delay that nearly cost Elena her life. "This isn't about safety," he said. "It's about one woman's obsession with control, costing us $10,000 and endangering lives." The room exploded. Residents shouted, demanding answers. Mrs. Patel called for Gloria's removal, and Councilman Javier Ruiz announced an investigation, suspending Gloria on the spot. The vote was 42-1 against her. Gloria stood alone. By Monday, she faced 7 counts of false reporting, a $7,500 fine, and $10,000 in restitution. Pinnacle Properties evicted her, and her landlord sued for damages. The condo board system logged her actions as a $40,000 disaster, displayed on the lobby screen in red. Costliest board blunder. Nathan, now board president, set a new rule: talk before calling 911. Gloria's downfall was a stark warning. Paranoia and power trips can unravel a community. As she packed her bags, Nathan reflected on her tearful apology. "I thought I was protecting everyone," she said. He shook his head. "You didn't check who you were targeting. Some fights aren't worth starting, especially when you're wrong." In Silver Pines, truth won, but the scars of distrust lingered, a reminder that the real threats are sometimes the ones waving the rulebook.